Everyone, Lance here, and I want to go over how you can trade and more importantly, make money with, and I'm talking about a $1,000 account even. Trading a small account because I love small account challenges out there. You can trade your Netflix, your Roku, your Facebook, your Apple, your Micron, Nvidia. You can trade these big stocks even with a small account. I don't want you touching penny stocks. I don't want you touching Fitbit, GoPro, those junk names. Toss them out the window. Heck, I don't even want you trading stock. So take all those stock trades out there because you're saying, Lance, how can I trade Roku? What am I gonna do? Buy 9 shares of it with my $1,000 account? Stock goes up $1, you make $9? No, I'm telling you this. You can trade weekly, that's right, weekly, out the money, OTM, out the money options that expire literally in days. And they're out the money, so they're cheap. You want to look at cheap options when you have a small account because cheap options offer you risk versus reward. That's why I have Roku. That's why I have Netflix up here. Netflix actually has earnings. And I'm going to tell you this too. You can actually trade earnings. So we're looking at weekly out the money options with calls and puts. If you want to spread them out, you can do call spreads, you can do put spreads. But what your goal is, you want to risk, let's say you have a $1,000 account. Let's say 10% a trade, so $100 a trade, and your max reward you should be shooting for is $200. So a minimum of doubling your money per trade out there. So if it's Thursday afternoon, you want to buy those Roku calls that expire on Friday, go ahead. Put $100 of risk out there, look to double your money out there. Now, let's say Roku gets a downgrade. Man, you had bad luck. What's your max loss? $100. The options can only go to zero. Let's say it gets an upgrade and you buy that call option for $1, so $100 of risk, stock goes up $5. Now you go from $100 of risk to $500, you make $400. Your account just went up 40% on one trade. That's the power of short-dated options. Or on this example, which I'm looking at today, Netflix has earnings. I may put on a bear put spread because the puts are expensive. And I could actually spread that trade out if I go far out the money to potentially risk $50 to make $250. So I'm looking at making 5 times my money if Netflix tanks. Now, you can trade, again, your big momentum stocks. You don't have to be left out. Just look for options. So everything you read, trade stocks, trade safe bets, trade long dated options, trade high delta options. If you have a small account, you want to grow it, you want to double it quickly, don't do it. Look for cheap options with good risk versus reward setups. And if you take a couple losses, no biggie, get back on the wagon. Again, limit your risk, maximize your reward.